Arrowheads, welcome back to Clean Consolidated, a Southgate Media Group podcast dedicated to all things related to Arrow over on the CW. I am Lilith, and joining me as always is...
Hey everyone, it's Phil.
So no new episode this week, but we mentioned that we were gonna cover Arrow Vengeance, the novel, the Arrow tie-in novel. So that's what we're doing this week. I have to say, I was really annoyed with this book because it got delayed 3 times. I was so hungry for it because everybody kept telling me, oh my God, it's so good. It's so in-depth. It's going to be about Slade Wilson and, his rise as Deathstroke and what he was up to. And it was like that much needed backstory that we needed during season 3 that we didn't really get.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended up coming out way too late for it to even matter.
Well, yeah, I just got it a couple months ago. I came to it a little different. It was already out by the time I discovered it, and I got it.
Originally it was supposed to be March 31st, 2015, which would have been during that break in between season 3. That long break we take.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been just right, the week before we came back for that April push down into the long haul of it. Then it got pushed back to January 26th, 2016. Now that's a hell of a push. And then February 23rd, 26 is actually when it ended up coming out. So this has been it was a long struggle to get to this book. But meanwhile, both of the writers, Oscar Balderrama and Lauren Serto, became staff writers, but I don't think Lauren Serto is with us anymore. Oscar Balderrama, obviously, he's done some really great, written some really great episodes. He's usually with Brian Ford Sullivan. He just recently did one with Wendy Merkel. I think it was episode 5 is what I'm thinking of in the season. So I've been a fan of Oscar, and I was just kept waiting for this book, and I'm just like, God, they keep delaying everything for Arrow. Even the dossier and stuff like that, all this merch that they had planned, kept getting pushed back, and it's still not out, by the way. So I'm not very happy. But this book was great.
Oh yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I got it, and I was like, oh, there's not that much Oliver. It's basically going to be Slade, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this with not a lot of Oliver, but then this is good. I mean, it fills in those gaps, what happened between the flashbacks of season 2 and the present day season 2.
Yeah. And then Isabel Rochef, they gave us some really good character motivation for her. Sebastian Blood, that was where I was kind of like, okay, I didn't need that filled in, but thanks for it anyway.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but yeah, I guess they just don't want to be like, oh yeah, this guy didn't just walk in off the street and put a mask on.
Although, I mean, we have that issue in Arrow now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a little bummed that it wasn't more about Oliver and how he was dealing that first year on the island or whatever. But I'm a huge fan of Deathstroke. I love Manu's portrayal, even though he's not. Well, initially he wasn't what I would have pictured as Deathstroke, as the creator of Deathstroke actually told Manu Bennett to his face one time. But no, he tweeted about it, and I was like, that was rude. I mean, he brought it to life on screen, definitely. So I was here for this book after the first 6 pages. That's all it took, and I was like, okay, never mind.
But no, I think they did a good job, especially towards the end of the book, of interweaving the original story they wrote with the scenes from the TV show. Actually,
yeah, the Roy stuff.
And just their the confrontations and stuff, and
the interrogation. I love that scene. That was great.
And even just the stuff with Isabel Rochev and Robert Queen.
Yeah.
Because they even mentioned, they were about to get. Oh yeah, you're getting hot and bothered. But no, when they're even about to get on the plane, and they mention, he stops because Thea has the accident or whatever. I'm like, that was just a line or two from the season, and they pulled that up. I'm like, good for you.
I mean, the show you can just obviously tell the show used to be planned so much better. So it's just, we were supposed to get another novel, but because it got pushed back, it got canceled. And I think they never did go through with the Flash novel. So
Oh no, it's not coming because I know I did hear about eventually a Flash, but
yeah, I don't think it's coming. But it's published by Titan Books, and Titan Books is like a really big especially for the CW, it's a really big like fandom kind of publishing thing.
mm-hmm.
Like Beauty and the Beast, all three of their books were through Titans Books as well. There was supposed to be a Rain tie-in novel. I don't know if they ever actually did get that off the ground, but they were going to go through Titan. I know that Heroes, which shout out to Heroes because we now have Greg Grunberg in our universe. They went through Titans as well, so for their comic books. So yeah, Titans is like a really big deal when it comes to like quote unquote fandom publishing. So I want to shout out to them for giving this book, for publishing it. Yeah, I love the cover too.
Oh yeah,
I need this as a poster actually.
I bet you do.
No, because it's got the old hood on it. Like I love season 1 hood. That's my favorite costume so far. Nothing's ever gonna replace that in my heart for this show. No matter how hard they keep trying. So I mean, it's y'all face hood, of course. I love it.
Of course.
And I just love that like gritty side by side profile. It's good. Like this was really thought out.
Mm-hmm.
Really well put together. Really the Funko Pop.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would do more stuff like this in between the seasons. Like because nobody really picked up the tie-in comic books because it was like this weekly commitment you had to do. Whereas a book, you know, it's like maybe one book and you can just like kind of pace yourself for the 5 months or maybe 2 books.
Hey, they could kill a lot of birds with one stone. Just hire us to write like a Flash Arrow team up novel.
Yes. I need that so much in my life. And it's a shame they stopped doing the Flash tie-in comic books. I thought that they were a little actually more superior to season 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's stretched so thin with these 4 shows now. So it's true.
Oh yeah, because I mean, they say just the effort it takes to cross the 4 shows over once a year. It's just,
or just don't do it and just let Supergirl and Flash cross over because that's all we ever really care about. All we care about is Grant and Melissa. Let's just be real.
But no, I mean, I think
those 2 eating ice cream and donuts.
It's going to be interesting to see everybody interact, and I think what is it? The second half of the seasons, we're going to get a Grant and Melissa crossover into what, the musical episode or episodes or.
So did you feel more sympathy for Isabel with her motivations now kind of laid bare? It didn't just seem kind of like out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she seemed like a lot more of a character instead of just like a vengeful harpy or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I enjoyed the most. They actually really did flesh Isabel out, so. But that Deathstroke when he goes home to his family, I was just like, oh, no.
Oh, I know. I was just waiting.
It's like, just stay with them. Don't look back. Please.
I was just waiting for little Grant, little Joey.
Right?
Uh-huh.
No, Arrow wouldn't touch that. Not with a 10-foot pole.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're not Batman villains.
Although you could stretch it to make them be.
Yes.
There was a lot of talk about Shadow, so it's like the writer really did before he came on board to do this book and to do this show. He did his research, and I really appreciate that.
Mm. But yeah, I mean, once I realized it was mostly going to be like Slade's story, I was like, oh no, am I going to enjoy this? Is this going to be like a trudge to get through this? But no, I mean,
are you not a Deathstroke is everything villain for Arrow fan?
No, and just for like, an Arrow novel, I was wanting it to be, more Oliver centric. But I mean, no, 448 pages, and I was engrossed the whole time. I couldn't get through quick enough.
Yeah, I think it only took 2 sittings for me to get through the first time. I do think that they did kind of misbill it with the secret origins. Like, people were expecting more information about, like, maybe year 1 and 2 on the island from Oliver. I will say that was probably a misstep, but like, a lot of fans really love Manu Bennett as Deathstroke, so I think they really knew what they were doing, but it could have been marketed a little bit better. I mean, on the back of the book, it is marketed as what it is, but on the front, not so much. Which is what most people pay attention to. But yeah, I couldn't believe like it was 488 pages. I was just like, wow, it flew by.
Oh yeah.
The chapters are broken up very well.
Do you think maybe it works a lot better because it's like 3 different people? We get Slade, you get Isabel, and then like you get
Yeah, it's
Brother
very
Blood.
Game of Thrones-esque with the point of view. Although he's not the first person to do that. He ain't gonna be the last, but he's one of the most popular ones that do that. They could have left Brother Blood out. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep saying that.
Yeah, but I guess I mean, you don't want to be like, hey, okay, we got the origins of these other 2, and it's like, okay, where did Brother Blood come from?
I mean, they could have thrown Salmon Grunt. Oh, I mean, Cyrus Gold. Sorry.
Yeah. Solomon.
Oh, I was just really like impressed by this though. I can't say stress it enough. If you guys have yet to pick it up, do so. I got mine for $5.99 at Barnes and Noble.
Hey, that's where I got mine at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, it was one of the because like I said, it was one of the first places that had it. I saw it at Walmart like not too long ago for $5.99. And on Kindle it's still $7.99 though. But most places it should be under $8, which is not a bad investment. I mean, I spent more than that on season 1 and 2 tie-in comic books. So.
But yeah, if you're a big fan, especially of season 2, pick it up.
Yeah, who's not a fan of season 2? Show me if like everybody says season 2 is the best, and I'm just like, season 1 is the best for me. But I get what they mean.
It was in that sweet spot of season 1 and 2.
Yeah. Where we were still on the island. Island was still learning stuff.
We still had hope.
And I have hope again. Season 5 is shaping up to be great. Although, I'm telling you, episode 10 is where it always falls apart. So I'm just like, God, please let episode 10 be good. And I think that's the one where Laurel, spoiler alert, that's when somebody comes back. So.
Wait, what episode?
10, when we come back from the break.
Oh, okay.
And our break's not that long this year, right?
Well, don't they usually do that? Don't they take a break like the first or second week of December, then come back, like mid-January or something?
Around Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Wait.
So I don't know.
I thought they came back in January.
They used to come back in February, though, right?
I don't know. I thought last year, at least, was it
February sweeps?
I don't know.
I forget the TV schedule. Although people have been moving away from that model, but I don't think that the CW, the way that it's structured, can move away from that model right now.
Mm-hmm. All I know is it's got to be better than Gotham's three-month break.
Oh, they're still doing that?
As far as I would think, because I mean, next week I think, well, Monday is the mid-season finale, and they're already at episode 11. So
yeah,
they're like halfway through the season already.
Yikes!
So they got
poor Gotham fans. Come watch Arrow.
That's right.
We're back to being Batman light, so come watch Arrow.
And why don't we know who Prometheus is yet? Because Flash already spoiled the alchemy thing.
Or did he? Maybe they're actually going the comic book route with that.
Oh yeah.
The Flash is more likely of the two shows to go comic book route with that,
mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that because then it makes him sympathetic. If you guys don't know, I'm not gonna spoil the comic book for you. Sorry, but you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I just wish Deathstroke was more Deathstrokey.
Yeah, I like that. That's probably one of the things about this book is there wasn't as much action. It was more like plotting and, the setting up the master plan of season 2.
We did get a glimpse of Captain Boomerang, though.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they were setting that whole thing up for a while, too.
Yeah, that's really interesting now, because, I knew Oscar Valderrama was on, had done stuff for the show, but that didn't click in my head until you just said that.
Yeah. So yeah, you get a glimpse of Captain Boomerang, and they have a fun little jaunty session with each other. And I just love how the obsession just grows and grows and grows through the book too. I thought that that was a really good thing. What else can I talk about with this one? There's not a lot of like secret stuff other than the delays that I can really talk about.
But yeah, all the characterizations are pretty much
Who was your
spot on.
favorite character from? Yeah, who was your favorite though? I mean, okay, let's take Deathstroke out of it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Between Isabel and Sebastian.
Probably Isabel, just because I think we got more with her, and I found her backstory more intriguing.
I agree. I really felt like they kind of shortchanged her, and I kept wondering why, because like that was a huge reveal, and it's kind of a shout out to the comic books in a way too. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, it was a really big reveal, but it seemed like it really was like lackluster motivation, and then you read this book and you're like, oh no, he was really about to leave. Mm-hmm. Like, no freaking joke.
Yeah, the TV show, you just made her look like she was like a crazy psycho stalker, and in this, it kind of showed that, you know, she was like kind of this innocent, maybe even like workaholic.
She was Felicity.
Yeah. All it takes, Felicity, is one bad day.
Yeah. Fingers crossed for that. No, seriously. I think that Felicity could be an interesting villain if they wanted to. Mm-hmm. Just saying. And then, I mean, it shows that they have writers capable of doing it. They should do a mini series, like a summer event, and make this book into like actual like mini series or something.
That'd be interesting.
That's what I think.
Oh, then they could repackage it with like Arrow Season 2 DVDs.
Yes! Oh my god. Put me in charge of CW marketing and publicity, please.
Yes, please.
All in all, great book. I give it a 4 out of 5. What about you?
Yeah, I think that's about right. 4 out of 5. The grade probably would have bumped up a little more with a little more action, but no, it was good. And once again, we need to be hire us. whoever needs to do that, hire us for the Flash Arrow team up novel.
You mean Flash Supergirl team up?
Oh, you don't want to do the Arrow one? Okay.
I don't know. I have to see how this crossover plays out. Honestly, I'm very worried about how Oliver will come out of this. Mm-hmm. So, like, yes, I have to wait and see. Because, you know what? I haven't felt the bromance between Barry and Oliver in a while.
Well, they haven't had interaction in a while.
Like, of course he couldn't tell Oliver in the beginning of the season. He told Felicity, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
He's probably afraid.
Like, I feel like Barry still hero worships Oliver, and until that wears off, they're never gonna have a proper bro TP.
He's probably afraid or Oliver's gonna smack him in the head or something when he told him about Flashpoint.
Well, yeah, shoot him in the knee with an arrow. Exactly. I'm surprised Felicity kept that secret. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway.
Secrets don't keep friends, Felicity.
Oh, yeah. I actually think I'm gonna give away this one of these. I have like 3 copies of this book, so I think I might give it away for our Christmas giveaway. Ooh. You want to donate one of your Funko Pops? I'm just messing with you. Lord knows I have enough of those too. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look for. I need to make room. Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna give some stuff away for Christmas. So be on the lookout for that. I'll let you guys know more about that on the Facebook and whatnot. Lilith's Garage Sale.
Oh, that'd be such a great title, Lilith's Garage. Anytime we want to give something away, Lilith's Garage Sale.
Anyway, that's enough babbling for 1 week, I guess. Let's get to some shameless plugs and self-promotion. You want to go first?
Sure. You want to discuss any of the CW shows, anything DC, anything Marvel with me? NightwingPDP@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at NightwingPDP. And just a reminder, well, I'm sure you're listening to the Legends of DC, but next week, you won't get any Queen Consolidated or any of the other shows because it's our big round table for the crossover. Our crossover for the crossover. So check that out. It'll be crazy.
Bananas. But are you still live tweeting?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll probably be live tweeting it. Except for Supergirl, and I don't know about Supergirl. The other 3 shows I'll live tweet, but it's like Supergirl or Gotham mid-season finale.
Gotham mid-season finale, hands down. No offense. They're always crazy. Like the mid-season finales are always like bananas. So
that's what me and Fitz were just talking about. Who's gonna die? Who's getting replaced by their evil twin? Bruce.
It's like a soap opera on steroids.
It's like a bloody soap opera. Yes.
Oh, it's Dark Shadows. There you go. I want to remind you guys to head over to southgatemediagroup.com where you can find our huge list of podcasts. I know it's over 100 at this point. Mm-hmm. You can also find out information about the hosts, and we have really cool blogs. Phil even writes a couple. Mm-hmm. What else? Yeah, and there's an easy way to donate if you are in the generous giving mood to help keep this podcast network afloat. As for me, you can check me out on Twitter at Lil Hellfire or at Adventures in FG. You can actually find me at Adventures in FG on almost any social media. And please be sure to check out my website, Adventures in Fangirling. There's new fresh content coming all the time. If you got some ideas for things you want me to review, feel free to tweet me or, leave something on the Facebook. Facebook.com/Adventures in Fangirling. So yeah, that's my new thing. That's what I'm really pushing and promoting. So support me or don't. I don't care. So this week probably felt like 5 years on a hellish island, but we're back with a big, huge, ginormous round table. So get ready, brush your timers off. Get some popcorn and get your beverage of choice to play the drinking game. Well, until next time, I'll just put some down. This is Queen Consolidated.